Serial masticator, no. Oh, okay.
Does he want to start earlier, or does he want to wait the...
No, we're starting soon.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, there it is. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the last game of my own personal block of the schedule. Yeah, welcome to New Super Luigi U. The title screen is gonna say New Super Mario Bros. U, but that's because the version of the game that I'm playing on has both games in it. But we are gonna be playing New Super Luigi U. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and set the run up here. So just like in New Super Mario Bros. 2, time does not start until I start moving on the map, and this time instead of a 50-second cutscene, I have to watch a 2-minute cutscene. This will give me a bit of time to explain the run. So just like in NSMB2, I'm gonna go ahead and just play through the intro, and then we'll do a countdown on the world map screen. So here we go. Alright, so yeah, this is New Super Mario Bros. U, or New Super Luigi U. It originally came out as a DLC for New Super Mario Bros. U back in July of 2012, and then 1 month later, a actual game of the game came out. Yeah, so it plays similarly to New Super Mario Bros. U. The story's the same, the world maps are the same, the levels are different though, but they're similarly themed. You play as Luigi instead of Mario, and Luigi plays differently than Mario this time. Luigi has floaty physics, his jumps are floatier, his jumps are higher, he slips more, he has slippery traction, so he's a bit harder to use. So like your first couple of playthroughs throughout the game, it might be a little bit tough to get used to at first. But once you get used to it, then the levels are actually laid out pretty nicely in the speedrun, because one of the gimmicks, the main gimmick of this game is that every level has a 100-second time limit, so the levels are really short in comparison to New Super Mario Bros. U. So the category is any percent, and any percent is the main default category. And it's basically beating the game as fast as we can using every means necessary. Yeah, you're gonna be seeing pretty much the fastest route through the game in a very short run. Okay.
With the floaty physics, does he have the wobbly legs like he did in Mario 2?
Yes. Okay, here we go. Countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, here we go. So the main power-up of this game is the Super Acorn. So I'm going to grab it. And so the Super Acorn allows us to turn into a squirrel. And as a squirrel, we can glide over obstacles and fly over things, as well as perform some tricks in some of the levels later on. And this power-up is so significant that we try to keep it throughout basically the whole run. So that was the first level. We want to try to you'll get used to the panicking sound at the beginning of every level due to the fact that we have a 100-second time limit. So in this level we have we're going to get a star here, and just like in New Super Mario Bros. 2, stars make you invincible and increase your movement speed, as well as tank through enemies. And also, just like in New Super Mario Bros. 2, you can chain stars if you hit some blocks while having a star. And that's convenient because that last part is really annoying to go through with all those Piranha Plants and Koopa Troopas. And then we fly to this part and get the secret exit. And this will take us to One Dash Secret. Secret exits in New Super Luigi U are very hard to find when you're playing this game casually. Like you saw me ground pound what's seemingly like the ground for like no reason, but it's actually like disguised as some blocks. That's I don't know how anybody would reasonably find that out when playing casually. So the this will be the first level where we're going to start using Nabbit. And so Nabbit is a character introduced to this game. He doesn't die. So we use him in levels that have like a lot of enemies to where like Luigi has to spend some time dodging. And so because he does not die, one of the most common questions is it faster to just use Nabbit for every single level? And the answer is no. Because Nabbit does not take advantage of the benefits of any of the power-ups. Some levels where you need large distances with the acorn suit, then we use Luigi. And then if there are levels where there's a lot of enemies and it's really easy for Luigi to get hit, then we use Nabbit. Unlike in New Super Mario Bros. 2, where you need to grab the flagpole very specifically, this time I can grab the flagpole wherever I want, but I am also turning backwards on the flagpoles in order to save the turning animation on the flagpoles, and it saves a few frames for each level. This will also be a good time to talk about the fact that since this is a Wii U game, a lot of Wii U speedruns generally play on the gamepad. You can play this game using a gamepad, a Wii Remote, or a Pro Controller, and a lot of Wii U speedruns use the gamepad. Mainly in this game, it saves time on text boxes as well as save menus. So as you can see right here, when the game's going to ask me to save, I'm actually tapping the no on the gamepad. You're also going to notice that I look down a lot, and that's because there's a secondary screen on the gamepad, and in this game, what I am seeing on the gamepad screen is exactly what you guys are seeing. So as a result, I just prefer to look at the gamepad instead of my actual monitor screen.
I like looking at the 3DS.
Yeah. Alright, so this level here is interesting because I'm actually going to... you're seeing that I'm jumping from these swinging ropes really fast. And that's because when I let go of the D-pad, as I am swinging from these ropes, then I keep my speed. And this does add up to being a 3-second time save over if I just hold right the entire time. So, really, another really quick level. And, after this, we have a bit of a cutscene here. Toad's gonna let us know that, some guy named Nabbit has stolen his, double favorite stuff. And we have to go chase Nabbit, but, this is a speedrun and we don't really care about that. Unless you're running 100%, then this is required. Your reward for catching Nabbit is a P acorn, which is a really useful power-up because it allows you to fly infinite times, and there are some pretty cool tricks with the P acorn, but because it takes so long to get the P acorn, it's not worth it at all. So here we have a diverging path between 5-2 and 5-3, and we're gonna go to 5-3. 5-3 saves like half a second over 5-2. What were you gonna say?
Oh, just gonna say, little does Toad know that Luigi and Nabbit are in cahoots.
Yeah. Secretly. Yeah, normally this level is pretty tough if you're doing this level as Luigi, because these brambles are really annoying to deal with. But obviously with Nabbit you can just go through these brambles. And so coming up is 5-Dash Tower, and 5-Dash Tower has our first major trick of the run. Normally you're supposed to ride the block snake up to the top of the tower, but with precise acorn movement, we can just skip that entirely. We'll see how this goes. And I got it. So that is definitely not as easy as I made that look. Those spins that I did towards the end have to be timed very specifically. And if I'd messed up, then I would have died, and then I would have to ride the whole thing. So it would have been a really huge time loss if I failed, so I'm really glad that that went well. Definitely one of the hardest tricks in the run, and it's very early. So that was Boom Boom defeated. That's the only Boom Boom fight of this run. Really easy, you just jump on him 3 times. And that's pretty much it. Now we're about to watch a cutscene where the castle's gonna start gradually looking evil looking. So one of the unfortunate downsides with this category specifically, because it's so short, the levels are so short, there's more cutscenes than actual gameplay in this run. So, you know, it's a little bit unfortunate in that sense. So another level where we're using, well, that's not good. If I timed that jump well enough, then I would have gotten that, okay. I would have hit that star block at the very peak of my jump, but I did not time that correctly, but that's okay. So that star allowed that really large jump that I made much easier. It is possible to make that jump without the star, but it's much easier with the star, and also having the star saves time. It saves 1 second, usually, if I didn't make that mistake earlier. Yeah. So that secret exit's gonna take us to 5-secret, which will then take us straight to World 7. So, yeah, we're already skipping quite a lot of the game right now, as you would expect in an any percent run in a Mario game. Alright, so we have a bit of an auto-scroller here. So I'm using Nabbit in this auto-scroller because another thing that's worth talking about with Nabbit is that Nabbit actually has a faster flagpole animation than Luigi. So while they both take the same amount of time to do this level, Nabbit's faster flagpole animation ends up being faster. So it's just it's worth more using Nabbit in this level.
That doesn't look like the squirrel suit would really help you.
What's that?
Doesn't look like the squirrel suit would really help you too much here.
No, not really. I mean, it does make some platforming in this level easier, but even then, like, you could just, you know, platform better.
Yeah, it doesn't scroll the screen any faster.
Yeah, no, of course not. Alright, so now we're going to World 7, and World 7 is, unfortunately, a make-or-break point of the run, as one of the levels coming up has a major RNG section, and we'll talk about that when we get there. But for now, we have 7-1 as our first level, and it's another very difficult level. As we have these giant fuzzies, and they move around in a bit of a cycle, and there's a really precise jump towards the end of the level. It is faster to use Nabbit in this level by 1 second, but it is much harder, and I'm more likely to die as Nabbit if I mess up. Okay, nice. That's the jump right there. You have a few frames to make that, because when you run on ice, Luigi has this slipping animation, which is really easy to eat your inputs while Luigi is slipping on ice. So that jump is really hard, is much harder than I made that look. So another choice between either 7-2 or 7-3. We're gonna do 7-2 because that saves a lot of time over doing 7-3. In Mario U, you actually do 7-3 because how the way the level looks in that game, it's faster in that game.
I can see why you're using Nabbit though.
Yeah. Even as Luigi, it's actually still really easy because you can just fly over everything. But again, Nab has a faster flagpole animation. Okay, so 7-Ash Tower is another really difficult, pretty difficult level. Really easy to get hit. I really don't want to get hit, as I will lose a lot of time in the boss fight here in the tower level. So we'll see. Precise fly up on that dry bones. Get up here. I still have my acorn, and we have 2 fire bros that I have to worry about here. They have semi-random patterns with their attacks, but I can just simply avoid them like this and not have to worry about that at all. I have no chance of losing my acorn.
Hammer Brothers have upgraded to Fireball.
Yep. Okay, so the boss is Kamek. Kamek is a great boss. 0 RNG. Nobody's ever lost a run to this guy. Ooh, that was close. Okay, there we go. Very nice. All right. So I was joking. That is purely RNG. You pretty much have to pick a side and then hope that Kamek spawns in the side that you pick. So it's pretty much a coin flip in this fight, whether you get a fast fight or not. And you know, unfortunately, with how short this category is, this can be a make or break when trying to go for a really good time in this run. But fortunately, we got really good RNG right there. Now we're going to the Ghost House. So we're gonna get the secret exit here, and the secret exit allows us to skip a lot of World 7, which is good because the normal path of World 7 goes through another RNG section, and we don't want to have to add more RNG than we need to.
The most hated word. Series of letters, I suppose.
So going into 7-Dash Castle, this is a bit of an interesting level where the gimmick behind the 7-Dash Castle is there's this like giant block in like 2 parts of the level where you have to wait for it to go past us. So that way we can progress through the level. So you can kind of take your time in the first part of the level. And then the second part, I'm going to actually take my time going through that second part in order to manipulate some cycles with these fire bars in order to do a really precise trick at the end. I'm going to go ahead and start slowing down here. That way I can spawn these fire bars at a favorable part. There we go, just like that. That is, it's really easy to mess that up, and if I mess that up, then I would get hit, which it would be a bad thing because I really want the Super Acorn for the boss here, which is Ludwig Von Koopa.
Gotta thread the needle between those fire bars.
Yeah. Okay, so Ludwig usually has an attack phase where normally he clones himself from the top, and you have to guess which one's the real Ludwig, but with the Super Acorn, I can just fly up, hit him, and skip that attack phase entirely. And then I know when exactly he's gonna come out of the shell, so I just kind of just hang around until he comes out of the shell. And then skip even more of his attacks, and there we go. 7-dash castle completed. And coming up is an intermission between World 7 and 8, where we have 7-dash airship. And so 7-dash airship is usually an auto-scroller, but, well, the first part is usually an auto-scroller, but I'm going to be doing precise flying in order to skip the auto-scroller.
As soon as you mentioned airship, I could hear the music from Mario 3.
Well, you're going to hear it here. Alright, here we go. And there it is. So do 2 really precise jumps, and then this part right here is just another auto. Is just we can't skip anything here, so we just gotta wait this out until we get to the boss fight. Okay, so the boss is Bowser Jr., and we'll see how this goes, and then I'll try and talk about it afterwards. One hit. 2 hits. And 3. Okay, so that looked really easy, but Bowser Jr.'s hitbox is very bad. It is dead center, and it's really small. So those hits were actually, they were not very easy to get. There's a lot of, there are several clips from many runners of New Super Luigi U and even New Super Mario Bros. U where it looks like that they hit Bowser Jr., but they either get hit, they get knocked out of hitting him, they go right through Bowser Jr., or they get hit and also hit Bowser Jr. So that fight can be very disastrous if it goes wrong. And if you do not have the Super Acorn going into that fight, then you gotta suffer through more randomness, even more randomness in Kamek. But fortunately, we got to that fight, no problem.
The teacup of terror.
Okay, so we are approaching World 8, the final world already. So it's gonna be pretty short, as the first level that we're gonna be doing is we're gonna get the secret exit. Now, interestingly, the normal path does 8-1, 8-2, and 8-3. But we're gonna get the secret exit, which will take us to 8-4. So you skip having to do 1 extra level. In Mario, you actually take the normal exit and do the 2 levels after 8-1, because there's a skip in the second level of World 8 that actually saves time over doing 8-4 in that game. But in this game, it is faster to do 8-4. So this level has raining fireballs, and they fall randomly. Which can be a problem because I gotta wait right here for a fireball. Okay, that is not very good RNG, so I just lost a second over the best RNG. So yeah, you can wait a random amount of time, and you usually gotta wait either an extra second or two, like an extra second, if you get a bad pattern, which is the case right here. So not too bad, but yeah, again, it's one of those instances where it can be a make or break point of the run if you're trying to go for a really good time.
Hopefully you can make it up somewhere else if you get that RNG.
Alright, so coming up is 8-4, and this one's another technical level. There is raining fireballs here, but they don't fall randomly this time. Alright, so this cycle right here, in order to do this level optimally, it's very specific, as you cannot go too fast or too slow. If you go too fast, then you're either gonna hit a fireball, or those disappearing blocks will not spawn at a point that you want. So it's very specific. Okay, so coming up is 8-Castle. So 8-Castle has a really well-known trick amongst the NSMB community known as elevator skip. In Mario U, it's like insanely hard, but in this game it's really easy. It's insanely hard in Mario U because in Mario U, this level is a vertical moving elevator, and you have to do a lot of a ton of precise flying in order to. Oh my god, that was really close. In order to land on bombs, coins, and it's a huge mess. But fortunately, in this game, this game's variation of elevator skip is really easy because it's a horizontal moving level instead. So what I was pointing out when I said that was very close is that second jump that I did is specific to where I have to be high enough to where I'm over the spark and low enough so I don't hit the bomb on the top. And I was just barely too low to where I was hitting to where I was just scraping that spark. So that was really close. Okay, so in this level here, Bowser Jr. is gonna try and ruin our day. Okay, nice. So what I did right there was I clinged onto Bowser Jr. on the right side. And that manipulates Bowser Jr. to try and catch up to my position. And because Bowser Jr. moves so fast, I can take advantage of that speed to save a couple seconds in that level, or in that room.
He just kind of pushed you forward.
Yeah. Okay, Bowser, here we go. Oh my gosh, I did it! So, because Luigi's physics in this game, he jumps so high that just a normal jump just jumps over him. Because, like, I'd say, I mentioned earlier that this game is generally a hard game, but the bosses, because Luigi jumps much higher than Mario, the bosses generally are easier in this game than in Mario U. But oh man, what are they doing?
That's a final fight coming on.
There's the princess. Maybe we'll rescue her before something crazy happens. Oh man.
Double window. Nice.
Okay, here we go. The giant Bowser fight. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and fly up, as that actually skips Bowser shooting his second fireball. That saves 2 seconds. And then what I'm going to try and do here is I hit Bowser, and then I make sure I get to the con car before Bowser Jr. gets to the con car. And if I keep it, then I can have the clown car when Bowser gets up, like this, and then hit him right away, and that skips a bunch of attack phases. And I'm going to do do it again here for the third time, and this saves a lot of time, and this makes this fight go by really quickly, so fast that I don't even have time to explain the entire fight. Time. 26:16. Amazing time.
That's looking at the schedule though. I'm sure there's another 26 minutes left of this run.
Oh man. Yeah, really happy with this run. I didn't make any major mistakes, so that's really good. I'd say out of the 3 runs, this is definitely the one I was most proud of in terms of how many mistakes I've made. So, yeah. And with that, that does conclude this my own personal block of the schedule. I hope everybody enjoyed all 3 of my runs of the on the schedule. Had a lot of fun. It was nice being able to play 3 of my favorite speed games this year at LTC. And thank you to how do I say your name? Ander?
Andar? Oh, no problem, man. Thanks for having me. It was awesome to watch.
Thank you for hanging out. Definitely, you know, as much as running for 3 hours straight is fun, definitely can get very exhausting. So I'm glad I had you there to kind of back me up at times.
Yeah, man, I am tired out. That was rough, but I did it.
I think you have another run on the schedule, right?
Yeah, 11:40 tonight. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
take a nap because I'm old.
yeah. So if you enjoyed him giving the insights on these runs, you know, be sure to look forward to that later on the schedule. And coming up, we have you know, if you thought that my own block was you know, pretty intense, we have another intense run coming up on the schedule, which is the first 3 Zelda games all back to back coming up next. So
That's gonna be great.
yeah, everybody be sure to look out for that. And yeah, with that, I don't have much more else to say. If you enjoyed what you see and you'd like to know more, I stream the new Super Mario Bros. Games very often, as well as the Zelda series. I'm a Mario and Zelda speedrunner on twitch.tv/mchan338. And I'm also a Let's Player on YouTube, youtube.com/itsmchan338 for variety content. So if you like what you see and you enjoyed my you know, my runs, then be sure to check me out on those 2 channels. And yeah, with that, I don't have much more else to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of the marathon.